It's been an interesting D-Glow. A lot more wind than we typically see, kind of some cooler temperatures, but mostly the wind, you can't really tell what it's doing off the T-pad, and it messes around with those discs.
You don't really have a headwind, you don't really have a tailwind, you just have random crosswinds that are coming left and right. You're trying to just use your knowledge that you have from prior holes and hope that maybe you're making the right educated decision. But when you're on that big of a hill and you're making the wrong decision, it is highlighted.
Paige Pierce came out firing in round 3. It just came down to one hole, really. And to still shoot 4 down with a quad has that ever happened? I don't think so. It's why we keep watching. And then to bounce back with a birdie on the 18th, which so few people birdie, I think we're going to see some fireworks from Paige tomorrow.
Owen won this event not birdieing a single par 3. I think that's one of the funnest facts at D-Glow. Isn't that wild? It shows how well she has been playing still for how bad her Circle 1 putting percentage is compared to a normal weekend from Owen Scoggins. We just need to see her drop a few more putts in.
As the defending champ, she is looking really confident. You can tell she likes this course, she likes this layout. Holyn able to get some birdies easily that some of her competitors are really having to work hard for. She just looks comfortable, and I think if she plays her best shots, I could see her taking it down pretty easily.
Missy and Holyn, the way that they're playing and the way we saw that whole lead card today kind of hype each other up. I mean, you saw everyone getting better together. I think we're going to see more of that, and it's going to be them just pulling away from the rest of the field. I feel like Chase Card doesn't have a chance. It's going to be a lead card victory tomorrow, and we have a lot of players that can throw their distance drivers really far. But I think Missy is probably the best distance driver thrower in the game. I think with the way Missy was playing today, we could see Missy Gannon take this one down. Hello and welcome to the final round of the 2025 Discraft Great Lakes Open presented by Garrett J. Verberg Candy Company. We're out here at Tobaggan Disc Golf Course for Championship Sunday of D-Glow. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hockeys.
Honk.
Honk. Back at it. We never even left, honestly. We just couldn't wait to just talk about this.
Yeah.
3 of the same card 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. Pretty insane. Holyn, Handley, Missy Gannon, Owen Scoggins, Paige Pierce showing why they are on lead card repeatedly. Quite a feat in itself. Holyn with 2 strokes on Missy, 7 on Owen, and 8 on Paige. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, Paige with a little bit more of a wild ride. And if she can just kind of tamper that down, I think we could see her climb up and be in contention. Let's get things started.
Hole 1, downhill par 3, 516 feet. Very rarely birdie. We saw Paige get there in round 1. We saw Missy park it yesterday, which was, almost park it. It actually rolled, and then she didn't convert the birdie, but she was able to get there. Most of the time, you're going to see just kind of layups to maybe circle 2. Keep it in bounds. That hillside really comes into play, OB on both sides.
Holyn putting in a great weekend on the putting green. Also, 78% fairway hits, not including forehands and backhands. Really important out here to stay on the fairway because a lot of times off the fairway is either regular roped OB or just the worst rough you've ever been in.
So thorny. Holyn with a big sidearm to start, getting to almost circle 2. If Missy can replicate that shot from yesterday, I'm going to be flabbergasted.
Yeah, it was the best shot we've ever seen on hole 1. This one's a little lower than yesterday. Not quite enough time in the air, but a much safer shot, lower risk.
Oh, and having to walk up a little slower than everyone else with all those titles.
It's supposed to be the warmest day of the bunch today, and a similar wind to yesterday, starting out calm, picking up as the day progresses. Owen with a nice safe shot. I love this forehand play on hole 1. No reason to get hyper aggressive here. I say that, and Paige looks like she's holding. Oh no, that's a slower speed disc, but looks like still a driver. She's going to try to get down there.
Go ahead.
Yesterday she got to what, circle 2, right?
Yeah, like pin high left, maybe just outside circle 2.
It's hard to know what Paige's game plan is going to be because she can reach everything, and she can go hyper aggressive, and she has a tendency to do that because it's either win or nothing for her. And but yeah, the key to this course is to keep it in bounds, and sometimes going big like that can put you in some funny situations.
Paige landing almost exactly where she landed yesterday. A great shot.
I literally never know if she's going to throw backhander for it.
Right?
Never.
And we watch her every week, it seems like, these days. And no one really close enough to give it much of a run. All pars is pretty typical on hole 1. It is pretty easy to get at bogeys, though. I mean, it played as the 3rd hardest yesterday.
Oh, no. I think it was the most.
Was it?
I think it was the most difficult every day.
Just because, lack of birdies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the most difficult every day. It continued the trend today. It was a tie for the most difficult hole. We're after cut day here, so it's the top 23. I think there's actually, 23 competitors of the weekend. And even with that, it's still played as the most difficult hole.
Really?
Yeah.
How many OB strokes?
There was only 3 today.
Okay.
It's just, this is a challenging approach shot and putt with it being elevated, but the OB is so close to the basket. It's easy to try to get that up shot close and accidentally put it out of bounds. That's an instant bogey. 40% of the field with a bogey or worse. There was only 1 birdie. Bullseye putt. Who do you think it's from? You have a guess?
Raven Klein.
That's who got it yesterday? Yeah.
Did she?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I thought she got
she
got like 15 and 16.
She didn't make the putt. She got it inside the circle. But today it was Henna Bloomer's.
Nice.
Parked. And she was the only person to even get to circle 2 in regulation. So
wow.
Crazy. Hole 2 is the same as years prior, but the long position that we used from last year. It's only 426, but it's 75 feet of elevation gain, so plays much longer than that marked distance. Your first shot, you just want to go as far as you can and make sure to keep it in the middle of the fairway. Your second shot, you're going to have some funky run-ups or a little bit of a weird standstill stance. You got to aim right at those trees on the right side and let your disc hyzer, keep it nice and low, and skip up to this fast green. Take your birdie.
Holyn's been going so comfortably far up this hill every day. Today, no exception.
She doesn't look like she's even trying there.
Right? Missy also popping off a pretty nice big shot. A little bit on the berm.
That was huge. This one playing as one of the easier holes of the day in the top half.
Paige working the right side here and fading just in time. Everyone off to a good start here on hole 2. Owen using those 2 trees as her aiming point, giving it plenty of height. That's perfect.
This run-up is so tricky. Missy doing a really good job of holding onto her disc just a little bit longer. It's really easy, as you know, if you're throwing uphill, your foot hits the ground sooner, and it kind of causes your mechanics to go a little early. So, weird little arm shot up this hill.
That's why it's so nice that Holyn's been able to go standstill every day.
For sure.
Paige as well most of the time as well. Making it look so simple. Really nice showing from lead card here on hole 2.
Yeah, 39% of the field birdied it. Everyone here inside of 20 feet.
Oh yeah, nothing like an early star frame, you know? Let's get it going.
Let's make some money for Edge.
The one lady was like, ah! Just a little exuberant scream in the background. It's funny.
She just got to watch 4 birdies.
She loved
the whole
it.
Flock. There was only 9 birdies out of 23 competitors today, and we got to watch almost half of them.
Wow. Hole 3, a nice scoreable downhill par 5. We've seen eagles every day. I bet today's no exception. 915 feet, but definitely plays shorter with a huge tee shot. The biggest throwers are going to get all the way down here into this bubble. You can throw, we've seen Owen throw a mid-range every day, just a little rock 3 shot. You don't have to get super far to get the birdie, but obviously if you're going to eagle it, you got to go huge on both shots. There's OB lining both sides. It's nice on your second or third to be over to the left so you can see the pin on your final shot. Angle control is super important off this tee shot.
The flags look nice and calm today, so that's a lot friendlier on this giant tee shot. Oh.
Holyn pushing that right side. She's going to drop short, but man, she might be able to save birdie. I'm not sure where that crossed.
Watching people throw distance drivers off this tee, it's pretty cool because a lot of times they're good enough at it that it lands in the middle, but I wonder how often they accidentally do exactly what Holyn just did. I feel like it's so easy to accidentally just put a little bit too much angle on it, and this hill highlights your errors so much.
Yeah, I mean, Holyn, it's hard to even call it an error. It looked so close to perfect. Missy's actually perfect. Owen with her rock 3. She's been landing on that left side berm. And that's a good position. Paige really early here. Although, no. Yep, that's going to be out of bounds. Paige, I'd be surprised if she tries to go for birdie from there. I think it's just a par. And Holyn went out pretty early, also looking like a par.
It's a pretty tricky little spot from there, kind of pinched on the corner. You have to throw right at OB unless you get hyper aggressive. I think that's a smart play from Holyn. Owen a little bit more wide open, able to get a tiny bit more aggressive if she wants to, but Owen's been sticking to this game plan pretty firmly.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of just take the simple birdie. Although yesterday she was a little off on that final approach shot. Paige turning this over into the right side OB.
Dang.
Yeah, she's going to have to take that from the short side as well. Missy was able to get up to about 100 feet, getting pretty aggressive on this shot. This looks to be about the same. Actually, she might even be in circle 2. Holyn with the forehand, just looking to keep it clean with a par. Perfect.
65% of the field birdieing this one. It played as the 3rd easiest hole of the day, averaging at almost a half stroke under par. Even though it is playing really difficult for the top half of the field here on Championship Sunday, I think this is a great hole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I hope they keep it the same. I love that it is eagleable. But again, we saw 2 eagles on it yesterday, but only 15 birdies. So it's an interesting, I think this is a really interesting hole, and it just depends on the day and the conditions on what the stats are saying.
And there's always going to be bogeys, and sometimes even doubles. Like, it's a really cool hole for scoring separation. Big fan. Missy, little eagle run. She got a little closer to it every day for that eagle. If she played tomorrow, I bet she'd be inside the circle. And similar to yesterday, Own leaves the approach just a little shorter than you'd like and misses the putt.
Just a little bit on the right side again as well. That's been her miss this weekend.
And it kind of isn't usually. Her miss is usually
and they've
just low cage.
I bet almost all of them have been uphill putts too, or like elevated.
Yeah, true.
There's something going on, which is always frustrating when it's something small.
Paige with a bogey there. Not what you want when you're thinking birdie on this one every time. Missy the only one able to get it and brings it to within 1 stroke on Holyn.
A quick check-in with Silva Saarinen on the chase card.
Yeah, she started off tied for 4th, and looks like she got 2 birdies.
She's got kind of a longer putt than you want for par here, especially looking at this big hill.
Maybe a longer putt than you want. She's cool with it.
Than anyone wants.
Can't decide if she's going to run it in.
Here it is. We just saw Silva save the par with a huge putt. You see that so often on this hole. It's only 500 feet, but the tee shot is so difficult to land in the perfect spot because both landing zones are very small, one of them requiring a huge distance shot as well. You can see right side or left side plays. The right side hyzer play is really tight. The left side play is really finicky, just again because of the size of the landing zone. If you can get through that line of trees or line yourself up to the gap perfectly, it's pretty straightforward. Just tricky with the elevation change and those added little wooden berms that don't allow you to slide one up. You have to land it there in the air.
Missy working that left side gap, gonna land just a little bit short as she did yesterday. It'll leave her an opportunity to get there, but a difficult shot under a low ceiling. Holyn has hit that tree every day. Let's see if she can get past it.
She's not even messing around with that at all. She's going to go way up the left side. And I don't mind the play, but I think she might be far enough where she's not going to have to worry about the ceiling. I can't throw it that far, so I'm not 100%
I have no idea what it looks like right there.
It's farther than any of my tee shots are going.
Owen's tried a few different plays. This is the first time we've seen this, and I like it.
Me too.
Oh, no, she tried it yesterday too, right? And then skipped into the edge. Today does it better.
Finally figured it out.
And Paige continuing with the roller.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
So good.
Stand up.
Come on, do it.
She might be just past the landing zone. We'll see what she has to work with. It's crazy how easy it is to land up against one of these 5 trees.
Missy with a pretty small window to get all the way up there.
I know that window. And she hits it.
Nice. And gets a little ground play.
She's like, what? It's the only option.
Had to do it. I think this is the first time she's had a clear look at the basket, and she sails by it. Yeah.
Oof. And rolling still, probably as we speak.
All the way down to 5's basket.
Uh-oh, Paige saws this one off a bit. Thankfully, it is, I think, her fear, so it doesn't hides her super strong. She's going to find her way to the edge of circle 1.
Oh, man.
Aw. Okay, so it gets worse the farther you go.
Well, at least it's an easy or short approach for par.
And that is well managed.
Owen probably has not practiced this shot, but she's really good, so parks it.
This hole's so weird. There was only 3 birdies and there was only a handful of bogeys. But I still like it.
I do too. Paige not able to convert the birdie. Let's see if Missy can get one and tie it up.
I like that angle. She was already in her routine of picking it up. But the chain said no on that one. Little tiny bit right side. There was, like I said, 3 birdies. Only 1 player parked it. Sophia Dunica, Kat Merch, and Katrina Allen also getting the 3s. Katrina finally converting with that roller. Cool.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holyn Handley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
Hole 5, an extremely long downhill par 3, 480 feet, and the downhill doesn't really feel like it helps you all that much. You see backhands, you do occasionally see a forehand, almost exclusively from Owen, but still. Both sides are pretty bad. I think the right side maybe has some more workable gaps. I think a common play, kind of just getting it down on the ground, trying to stay in the center and take the par. We only see 1 or 2 birdies on this a day.
Yeah, we played the same hole as the MPO, and yesterday there was only 25% of the field that bogeyed. So it's a tough hole for everybody. Yeah, 25% birdie, 25% bogey for MPO.
For MPO?
Yeah.
Okay. So like not even a whole lot of them are getting it.
No. It's a very, very, very long, beautiful tunnel.
It is stunning.
Beautiful and brutal.
Just like you.
Oh my God. Truer words.
Holyn getting far enough down there that I think she'll be able to make that work for par. Owen, this is another hole just like the last one that she's kind of switched her game plan on. The forehand worked yesterday. Today, a little bit too much flex. Paige early left 2 days ago, late right yesterday. And a little late right today. And she's kicking so early, that it's just so hard to recover. It's relatable.
Yeah, the taking a moment there because you're just going to have nothing.
Plus just the frustration of hitting that early 3 days in a row. It's like, why can't, come
In practice,
on.
I did it.
Yeah.
In practice, I did it.
And this is still a lot of work here. Paige sawing it off early, kicking back into the rough. Owen looks like she's in kind of a reverse patent pending with a narrow gap.
Wow.
That was a really good effort. Missy, the only one to find the fairway and doing that gameplay I said in the preview of just kind of getting it down onto the ground early.
That's such a tricky little approach shot. Missy doing a great job of hitting that gap. Also, just being on the right side of the fairway is really nice. Paige is fourth up to the bullseye. She's going to have to settle for a double bogey on this very difficult par 3. It played as the third most difficult hole of the day, with only 4 competitors getting to circle 2 in regulation, only one of those making it all the way inside the circle.
Owen looking for a par from outside the circle.
Yes.
Huge putt.
There she is.
Well outside the circle. She's a freaking machine. So good.
Centered up.
Owen keeping it bogey free and loving it.
Holyn also going to walk away with a par on hole 5. You're happy with that. There were only 3 birdies. Henna Bloomroos from inside the circle, Valerie Mandahano, and Kylie Kohut from... Wait, Valerie from circle 2. Kylie Kohut with some sort of throw-in. No stats, actually. Never mind. She could have been anywhere.
She's everywhere.
She's everywhere. She's been getting a lot of the hard ones. It looks like that's a name we need to keep an eye out for.
Checking back in with Silva ahead on hole 7. This is her second shot on the par 4 down the tunnel. Gets to circle 2, it looks like.
Yeah, another long putt from Silva.
Her bread and butter.
Yep. The days that she's on, there's just nothing you can do. Look at that. 3 down through 7 so far. I feel like she kind of has slow starts too. Like she heats up as the day goes on, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, she got 9 birdies.
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
Wait,
how? Wait a second.
I wasn't paying attention for like a minute. Hole 6, speaking of birdies, this is one that everyone wants. Only 419, 2 technical shots. Really great wooded golf hole. You see a lot of putters and mid-ranges off the tee, landing on the top of the hill, and your second shot is a forehand or a backhand turnover to this basket perched on the edge of a very sloped and fast green, so come in softly. You can see rollaways here as well, so make sure to really manage the angle of your disc. Yesterday we saw Missy kind of push down more into the gully. She does it again today. I'm not 100% sure what her game plan is there, but that is fine. Just going to be a little bit of a funky stance.
Holyn's early on this one. It's probably a good kick. She'll have a chance to get there, most likely with a forehand. Missy definitely looking a little calmer out there than Holyn is.
That was a kind of a nervy little miss there.
And Missy also lacing the last fairway. Holyn having a little bit more trouble.
Owen pushes too far straight, doesn't get the hyzer on the end, but we've seen the lead card find some workable gaps over there.
Paige working the right side, finishing just a couple feet over to the right, more than you want, but there are some gaps over there. They're just small.
Uh-oh.
Really high here from Holyn.
That is kind of her miss on the forehand. She kind of swoops it a little bit and will find the trees really quickly. That one, I can't quite see how it finished. But this one, you got to at least walk away with a par.
Paige, not quite, maybe getting into the circle, actually. A good effort from being blocked off on the right side.
Ooh, own reverse patent pending, small gaps.
Very small. And most likely, she's just throwing it towards them and kind of hoping she hits one.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be one dominant gap there.
Yeah.
Missy with this beautiful turning shot, a nice wide open fairway. She climbs her way inside the circle.
Maybe it is her play to get down there a little bit just to open up that backhand line a little more. Holyn gonna have to settle for another par. A little bit slower start than what we've seen from her on the calm days.
This one played as the fourth most difficult hole, easiest hole of the day, with almost half the field birdieing. Kind of weird to see our lead card struggling a bit here. Here's Paige with a birdie look from circle 2.
Kind of been her miss this weekend, just a little bit low. Missy to tie it up. Ooh, we got a game.
Heyo. Tied up through 6. Okay.
Yeah, and Missy looking really comfortable.
Yeah, ponytail moving.
A lot of pep in that pony, as they say. Man, and they have 6 strokes on Silva.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 7, another par 4, 538 feet. OB left and right the whole way, a theme out here. You want to get up on top of this hill, ideally on the right side. Left side can work, it just leaves a trickier angle with some trees in the way. Big pinch point here down the tunnel, so if you're out of position, you do see some layups and par plays, but most of these lead card ladies able to get on top of the hill and then punch through the tunnel like we saw Silva do in that check-in to get a look at birdie. This one does play pretty tough. I think we see something like near 10 birdies a day when the field was bigger. So, yeah.
20% getting it today of the field. It's one that's frustrating because everyone knows that they can reach it, but this is another classic D-glow landing zone that's like 30 feet maybe on a challenging angle right at an OB line. So pretty tough to get your disc there without taking a big risk.
Now, Missy pushing that right side and ending up on the hill, she's been perfect every day able to get this birdie. It'll be interesting to see if she goes for it today. Holyn finding that same tree branch. Owen's been ending up to the left every day. Yesterday cost her an OB stroke when she tried to get aggressive. Today, a lot more turn, but pushing the right side OB.
Oh.
Ooh, Paige also right side.
Yeah, all these competitors know that if they want to birdie this one, they have to be on that right side. The left side is not that friendly, although we have seen Owen birdie it from over there. But yeah, no one was quite able to convert the way they wanted to. Paige going a little more. Oh no, that's a conservative layup. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and you kind of have to with
you
that
do.
narrow pinch point.
I thought she was like punching it down the gap a little more. I was like, whoa, okay, interesting.
Holyn going for it. Super risky play here, but
Yeah. And she makes that look nice and controlled
yeah.
for that funky little run up.
Missy also seems to be getting aggressive.
Wow. These
Yeah.
are very impressive shots.
They really are. It's so easy with that hillside to leave it nose up and then fade out into that left side as your disc kind of stalls.
Yeah, or accidentally rip over on
True.
it trying to fight that.
I like the forehand here from Owen. There's a lot of space to work it, and she uses all of it.
Yeah, pretty impressive from Owen as well, going for it with from OB there.
Ugh, Paige doesn't look happy. It's not terrible, but just not quite coming out clean, it looks like, her shots.
Yeah, just misfiring a little. Here's Holyn with a long putt for birdie. Oh, just laying it up. Smart. This green can get pretty wild. OB on almost all sides with roll-away potential.
I'm wondering if something's up. Holyn keeps kind of rolling her shoulders. Like, I'm wondering if that was supposed to be a run.
Yeah, is that like a nerve thing?
I've never
Nervous
seen her
thing?
do it.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
I wish I knew. But alas, my job is to speculate.
Yeah, she has been doing that the whole round.
Mm-hmm. Seems like something's bugging her. Owen unable to save the par. Hits a lot of left side chains. Gonna bring her back to even par on the round.
Paige makes good on the par with that layup play. That can be tough to do. A lot of pressure on the screen. There were only 5 birdies on hole 7 today. And that's, right in line for the percentage we normally see on this hole. Another one that is tough. I don't love OB down both sides of the fairway on wooded holes, but this hole is kind of cool.
Lead card unable to make it happen on hole 7, but hole 8 usually plays as the easiest, or at least one of them. Looks like Jessica Weiss has the current hot round in the clubhouse at 6 down.
Hole 8, usually the easiest hole of the day. Today, no different. Forehand, I think, is the least risk play, but you can see backhands as well. It's difficult to get your backhand to lay down and not cut roll out of bounds to the left. Your second shot, I also like a forehand there. The backhand can bring that OB on the left side into play, and some of those low-hanging tree branches that you can see on the right side. Make sure you land your disc nice and flat. We have seen some of the longest rollers in history on this hole.
It's true, but we haven't seen one this weekend. I feel like we're due.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people have broken this hole. Like, it's just so easy now.
Yeah, I know.
It's so
I hope
weird.
they don't. I hope they leave it.
I know.
Missy a little bit low. Holyn's been pushing for the eagle on this one. It's been fun to watch. Today, maybe a little chiller.
Yeah,
I mean, still a great shot.
Definitely chiller.
She's been pushing the height and like the branches. Yeah, see, she's swinging her shoulder around.
Paige again, just a teeny bit early. Looks like. Oh man!
I thought that checked up.
All of her shots just the tiniest bit early, not quite flipping up enough.
Owen with a great looking forehand here. Missy's been doing the sidearm on the second every day. And puts it to pretty much the same spot every day, too. Consistent.
Paige to get up and down to save the par. She's having to fight today, and that's good in the bullseye. Ooh. Own right online.
And it's funny to call this a conservative shot from Holyn because she's only 100 feet away.
There were 15 birdies out of 23 competitors today, 65% of the field.
Wow.
Yeah, you can tell this is a thrower's course. They are the ones that made the cut, and they are making sure to get all of these shorter holes and putting themselves in positions for par a lot more often on the longer, more difficult par threes.
Paige, the only one to settle for par on that. Everyone else gonna card the birdie.
We're going to continue our tie at the top as we head into the final hole of the front nine.
Silva gonna overtake Own though in solo third currently.
Ooh.
Yeah, some podium action. Hole 9, a downhill par 3, 472 feet. Another one that is extraordinarily hard to reach. We have seen a few birdies every day. The rough anywhere is quite bad. Late right is probably what's in your mind the most as a distance thrower. Elevated pin also leaving a lot of challenge, especially if you land short and you're staring down that hillside behind it. Can leave you with a big comebacker, so gotta weigh that risk reward.
Ooh.
Pretty. Little kind of hyzer flip, turning shot from Missy.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
Wow.
finding those rocks again.
That's bizarre. She hit those yesterday, too.
I mean, that's the mark of a terrific shot.
A weird rock bounce.
Yep. It really is.
Holyn's been throwing in Athena. This was her only major change today, throwing a Sagara instead. Whoa.
Oh, look how straight this thing is.
Yeah.
The wind kind of messing around with it, but it still stays straight the whole time. Own trying to get that disc to flex, the wind taking advantage and really going to push it left at the end. She's going to be way down the hill, potentially flirting with the rough.
If she's in the short grass, though, usually you can save par fairly easily. It's just a little bit awkward. But yeah, anytime you're in the rough on this one, it's it's some of the most, I don't know. The whole rough is just the worst I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it is the worst rough that I think we play on any course.
Yeah. Own in the short grass.
Yeah, I can't think of anywhere else
Yeah.
that compares. I like Paige's play of keeping it low, but it does take you out of contention for a possible birdie, something we know she can reach here. But it is a nice safe play. Kind of get this hole over with and move on from potential disaster.
And Missy, just outside the circle, has a chance to take the solo lead here.
You think she's going to do it?
I kind of do. No, she's thinking about it. Let her think about it.
Yeah, she's testing the wind.
What do you think? What do you think?
She's running it.
Okay.
If this
Big
goes
moment.
in, if this goes in, there's no stopping. Oh my God.
You're lucky, Holyn.
Oh my gosh, a confident miss dead center on the band, and thankfully it lays down.
Own with a really awkward look to save her par. She's not even 20 feet away, but having to work a really wide straddle with some leaves in her face.
And that is her specialty. She knows it. She's like, that was ridiculous.
Paige going to be 2 up on the round, just not quite able to make it happen. Similar vibes to round 2 for her.
There were 4 birdies on hole 9 today.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. And let's see, 7 players got to circle 2 in regulation, 3 to circle 1. Cool.
Checking back in with Silva on hole 11. She's in solo 3rd with 5 down.
Looks like she got 9. Wow. Oh, yeah, she did from circle 1. And what a shot on 11, the backhand.
It's crazy it got all the way to the circle when it was so low out of her hand. A lot of times you see a little bit higher to get there. That was really good.
I'm so curious what she threw.
Silva 6 down, but still 5 strokes back of our leaders, Missy Gannon, Holyn, Handley. Missy has the advantage, I think, going into the back 9.
Yeah, she's definitely looking a lot more comfortable on the course out there. Holyn, yeah, favoring her shoulder a little bit. Not sure what's going on there, but still throwing great shots, great and powerful shots. We do have 9 more holes. The wind is picking up just a tiny bit. We got to see a bunch of elevator bounces on that last elevated tee pad, and we have more of those to watch in the back 9 if you're into that kind of thing. 9 holes will dictate our last Disc Golf Pro Tour Plus event winner, our last Pro Tour event of the season before we head into the 2 championship events. So
plus, whoever wins this is going to feel some confidence, I think, going into Worlds next year. So it's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true that. Okay, well, come hang with us on the back 9 for Championship Sunday. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk. Don't forget, we're almost 500,000 on YouTube. You guys know the drill. Go hit the button.
Just do it.
Okay, bye.